This is page 34, Spirit of Chivalry, or it's piece number 25. It's the last one in the book. In my book, it's page 34. If you have some other edition, it may be some other page. I don't know what it is. I'm sure you'll figure it out. Common time, no sharps or flats in here, but we got accidentals. This is kind of a fun piece. Your melody's top note in the right hands. If you can, bring that out. And watch these slurs. These slurs are really interesting, like in second measure, that, and then fourth measure over, right? I like the slurring in here, it's nice. It's light, it's staccato here. See, I'm not moving the right hand because this lets me focus on the left hand. Dynamic-wise, we're soft at the beginning. Some editions will give a little bit of a swell in here. You crescendo up. Other editions don't. You'll have to get to know the piece where you can start feeling these dynamics. If you feel a swell, you put it in. Otherwise, don't. I feel a swell right in there. For that, hey, and then I come down. Whatever, I mean, you're not going to play it all at one level. You have to feel it up and down as you play through it. But that can come after you get to know it. The second line is similar, except on measure 7 now they do give you a crescendo. I tend to still come down a little bit at the end of a phrase. Typically you would come off of a phrase. You let up a little bit at the end. It's like at the end of a sentence you let down a little bit. That's the same thing in music. Typically, not always, typically. Then on measure 9, the triplets, one enda, two enda. That's loud, and this fingering, that's fine. Soft. Now some editions put a swell in here. Here, but again, you got to get to know the piece. If you feel the swell, you put it in. If you don't, you don't put it in. Now loud, soft. I tend to want to come up there. And then we're back to our... Then you'd repeat that back up. See, there's an accent on measure 10. Land on that. Like so. And then keep going. I slow down because I kind of like that part, but you're not supposed to slow down there. Then on measure 17, now we get a contrast. We get a whole different thing. So this isn't choppy and bouncy like it was before. Now it's smooth and legato. In the left hand, you're holding those whole notes down. In the right hand, you got these triplets going crazy up here. The fingering in this edition is fine. I hope your edition is okay, but however, for measure 19 and 20, chromatic passages might be fingered most anyway. It depends on the piece and the situation of what came before and what came after and what it needs, and how fast it's going. I'm constantly changing fingerings in chromatic passages to suit the needs. Here, I would not finger it the way this edition is saying it. It's got a thumb. It's just using basically a standard chromatic fingering. Except for the 3, 4, that's good. But I would do a 1, 2, 3, 4. Here, and then a 1. So I could get it all with 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. There, and to me that's much more comfortable and more reliable than this. The idea is it has to have a triplet feel. 1 enda, 2 enda. So you put that in. And that's how I finger it. You can experiment and see what you think. And then the next measure is the same thing, but an 8 VA. So again, measure 17, delicately and soft. The left hand is very soft. You got a swell there. And then a measure 21, the 8 VA stays there, stay up here. And here, this is just an F major scale. If you're doing the scales, like I hope you are, this should not be a problem. And it's staccato on the left hand. And here, I do a 1, 2. Going up, this is measure 24. I do a 1, 2, 3. Here, although I could do a standard F fingering going up. To me, it's just easier to do a 1, 2, 3, 1 here. And then you'd repeat all that and have fun with it. And then going on, we're back to what we were at the beginning, this light down. By the way, that grace note, it's a very quick note. Some people play it before the beat. I play it on the beat. You could play it pretty much at the same time and release it. Different ways of interpreting it, but you'll decide that, or your teacher will let you know. But I do it on the beat. Now, I measure 31. I believe there's an error in the music, or at least this copy. You see this passage? This happens before. We've done it a couple of times before. It's always been the same notes. Now, for some reason, this edition changed it. Now, in music, it's typical in music composition where a composer, when they use the same musical motif with a short musical passage of some sort, and it happens again and again throughout the piece, a lot of times, the last time it happens, they'll change it some way. Typically, it's like letting you know, by the way, this is it. This is the final time. Well, this is maybe the final time this is happening here, but I think if the composer is going to change it, he's going to do more than one note in the left hand. I think it's an error. So on the beat 3 in this measure, left hand, I think that should be an A flat. If you look at all the other times this happens, it's that bottom note's going down, right along with the top note. They go together. So I think that should be an A flat. So I'm going to do an A flat there. Staccato here. And this is light and soft. Right there. I'll measure 34. You start as soft. And then by measure 35, you're loud. And here, those two little notes are between the beat. It's like they're on the 8th here. That's a quarter note. You have an 8th note, and during the 8th rest here, you do that. Like so. Then add the slur. And this fingering on measure 36 is up to you. That's fine. I tend to do a little finger. It's a personal thing. And this is legato here, like so, and you have a little, bring that out to whatever. Get to know the piece and you can feel this. If you don't feel it, don't play it. This is just a variation of what we did, but now it's triplets. Now, these scales, just a C major scale, but we want to feel the beat. 1, 2. Put a little natural. Feel that beat. 1, 2. And the same thing. It's a C major scale. You're just starting on a G. So it's here. And starting on major 42, we're going to go down. It's a C major scale. But again, feel the beat here. Just 1, 2, 3, 4. Feel that. 1, 2, and it's smooth and even. And this really, how fast you can play this part of it, tells you how fast you can play the rest of the piece. So whatever you can play accurately. And really it helps when you're doing these fast pieces, you speed them up, you have to feel like you're headed someplace. You're not just going no, 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 no. And that's where the beat comes in. If you can feel this beat, it'll keep you going. If you're doing the scales like I'm suggesting in the scale videos, you just naturally put an accent in these things. It just feels like we're going from to here to here. That's where I'm headed. That's where I want to go. So it's... Head someplace with that. Don't just play, oh no, a bunch of notes in a row. And then the last few measures, careful on this rhythm. It's not what you may think it is. It's a quarter note, rest, and now quarter, it's an eighth note rest, rest, rest. So they're not all even. So you got eighth notes in there mixed in with quarter notes. So the rhythm-wise, it's the last three measures. 1, 2, 3. 2. And the fingering you use is up to you. Just use the fingers. So watch out on the rhythm. It's a little different than what first time I played it. I just played straight quarter notes all the way through, and then I wrote, wait a minute, that's not what it says. As I said, you get to know the piece, feel the piece. This is a chivalrous, happy, like a military parade, something. I think of horses prancing down the roadway. Like so. And when you get to measure 9 in this contrast, make sure you do the contrast, the louds and the soft. Repeat that. And then on measure 17, this has got to be a contrast here. It's a very smooth flowing thing here. It's the same speed. Don't change the tempo. It just... So you get the idea on that one. Then on measure 25, you're going back to your bouncy stuff again. It's a really neat piece.